guys, what's up? Happy Friday. If you haven't noticed, as you have started to watch, you're going, Alexis, what's different about you? And I'm like, well, I didn't get a haircut. I do not have makeup on, so you can't bring that out. And oops, I was supposed to stop before. Oh well, I'll let him go. Anyway, I got a new phone. As you can see, you can see pretty much the whole entirety of my car, which is kind of nice. And at the same time back, because as you can see, there's some mess back there, but you know, don't pay attention to it, it's not important. And it's just been, yeah, I like my new phone. I have a Samsung S6 Edge, I think it's what it's called. And it was quite the task to get it to me. It was supposed to get here like 2-3 weeks ago, and it didn't happen, and then it finally came, and there was a mess up with my plan, so we were trying to fix it, and they're like, oh, we have to send it back, and that's gonna take another 3 weeks, and my dad was like, oh, forget it, we'll just keep it, and it was kind of nuts, and I feel really bad that my parents had to go through that, but I'm also so blessed that they were just like, you know what, just keep it, it's fine, you need a new phone, your phone sucks, like, just take it, and I'm like, oh, thanks. So it's been kind of awesome. I've only used it today. I literally just got it yesterday, and so far so good. I'm loving it. Not to quote from McDonald's there, but of course it's still gonna be shaky because my stand's not that great, but it's kind of nice to actually see what's going on and everything. So I'm really excited to start doing more vlogs, because at least now, you know, you could probably see into my pores, and you know what, it's what you get when it's Friday and I'm tired and I was in that I don't give a fuck mood, so that's what's happening. As you can see, I've got a hat on, my hair is not done, I'm, you know, again, no makeup, whatever. And it's, you know what, it's okay, because I've had quite the terrible week, but I'm not gonna sit there and bore you with details of that, because it's not important, you know. I would rather, you know, talk about other things. So this is more of a vlog slash Pitch Perfect 2 review, so it's going to be a very long vlog, so I apologize. But the week was just kind of tough. There's a lot of things going on. I have teaching this class, and there's another thing during this weekend, and then there was work, and work was kind of weird. I got to meet Turtle from Entourage for like a split second, and I literally could not, I repeat, could not make words when I met him. I literally sat there and I just made noises that came out of my mouth. So he's coming out of a door of some sort. I'm coming out of a different door in the studio, and he was just like, hey, have a good day, and he like touched my shoulder, and I was just like, oh, you too. And I was like, I don't know what just happened. I think I just had a stroke, guys. I think that's exactly what just happened. It was weird. I didn't even know, I had no idea what was happening. It was so strange. But that was kind of cool. I was really sad I didn't have the courage or the cojones to sit there and be like, can I have an autograph and a picture before you leave? I know you're a busy guy. But that was what I was trying to portray, instead of going, like, it was just the worst. But it's fine. You know, maybe another day I'll get another chance. If not, I got to see him in person and he touched my shoulder. I'll take it. I know, I'm so weird. But I'm trying to think of anything else that happened this week. You know, again, the other plus side was getting my new phone. I am excited for Memorial Day weekend, even though I'm probably going to be working on Monday, which, you know, what are you going to do? Ooh, I'm going to be on a new panel. I'm hoping, crossing my fingers, depending if they let me. We're doing Red versus Blue. If you don't know what that is, you should go look it up. It's by Rooster Teeth. It's pretty much just like a comedy series, kind of two Halo characters, hence why Red versus Blue. You should go look it up. I think it's on Netflix. I know I definitely watched most of it on YouTube when it was happening. It's very funny. I'm actually going to start rewatching it this weekend to kind of chime up on that. So another thing to add on to my nerd card, if you per se. And I'm totally okay with it, because it's a great series. The writing is hysterical. And I highly recommend you go see it. But another thing I would semi-highly recommend to go see, Pitch Perfect 2. This is where I will get into my review of it. And again, I apologize for my camera being extremely shaky. Pitch Perfect 2 was awesome. I definitely liked the first one better. I loved Flu Lula. I thought he was great. I'm really glad to it was so weird to see him on the big screen, but at the same time I feel like one of those like sisters or moms. I was like, oh, look at my baby, or look at that guy that I know kind of well. Like, it was weird. And I was just like, oh, I'm so proud of you, even though you're a giant dick. But I apologize if you were like, oh, I'm a child, I can't hear these things. So I love to curse. I try not to do it very often, but it is part of me. Or I'm sorry, I try not to do it very often on my vlogs. But what are you gonna do? I apologize. That's just how I am. I curse like a sailor. You know, gotta deal with it. Anyway, so Pitch Perfect 2 is great. I felt like they were forcing Fat Amy on me, which is, you know, that's why I liked the first one better, because I felt like she just had her moment. She had one-liners, a few phrases, and she was funny. I felt like they were just like, hey, remember Fat Amy? She was funny. You should listen to her more. And I was kind of like, ugh. But I'm glad that, like, she found love, which we figured out at first that all we thought was it was just a bunch of like, oh, I'm just here to sleep with Adam Devine's character, which I can't for the life of me remember his name. And at first I was like, yeah, totally. I ship it. It makes sense. I love it. I think it's great. But also at the same time I was kind of like, I don't know. This is kind of weird. So I'm up on the fence with Fat Amy. I felt like I was actually more annoyed with her this time than before. I just felt like she wasn't very genuine. It was just like, oh, she's funny. Say something funny, Fat Amy. Dance, monkey dance. So it was weird for me. I liked Anna Kendrick's Becca being in, you know, trying to find a job, because, you know, technically being in that, you know, being a senior in college, it's tough. You know, you become part of some group or a class or whatever, and you just, you know, you put all of your heart and soul into this thing that maybe has nothing to do with what you want to do in the future. And you, like, it sucks, you know? And a lot of people usually just go, this is all I have, and it's like, no, that's not how that works. You just gotta find it, you know, find your niche. And, you know, and I agreed with Becca where she was like, I need to find out what I'm doing after I graduate, because I feel like you guys don't understand that. And a lot of people that I knew, not personally, but I knew pretty well, that were just living and being like, you know, a super senior, as I like to call it, is where they're just in college all the time and just trying to change from major to major. And I sat there and I was like, I don't blame you. You should be doing an internship. You should be doing stuff, but at the same time, you gotta learn how to balance both. And if you can't, then you need to choose. And that's how adult life works. You figure out what you feel is more important to you, and also just something that you know that you would like to do for the long run. A lot of people who usually come out of college who go into a job right away, it's usually not like your career. It's usually like, oh, I'm gonna go into retail, do a little bit of part-time for the summer, and go on from there, which is not bad. That's not a bad decision at all. That's actually a smart thing to do right now, because, you know, you gotta make ends meet at that time. I mean, most people I know who usually get right out of college, if they did go like right after high school, you're in your early 20s, you know. And if you decide to find somebody that you love in college and then you marry and whatever, then yeah, then you figure it out. But you also need to find out how to pay for that rent or that car or whatever, you know. Your parents can't, you know, I mean, this is not for everybody, but, you know, your parents can't always be there to support you. So I understand what Becca was trying to do, because, you know, technically in the first movie, she was, you know, her dad got her into college for free, and she was like, this is not what I want to do. I want to be a producer and this and this and this, or a music producer. So I totally get what she meant, and I liked that she was adventurous enough, but I didn't like that she went behind the Bella's back. That was kind of dumb. But that's, you know, it happens, you know, what are you gonna do? Anyway, so I liked that. The songs were very good. I very much like them. Many much like them. And I thought it was great, and I couldn't have asked for, you know, I think I did like both finales, the first from Pitch Perfect and the Pitch Perfect 2. I felt like in the first movie, I felt like the finale was a little bit different, because they finally got together and they made it work. And then in this one, it was more like, well, we're already successful. We just lost our you know, our, not morale, but I guess, you know, you lost your whole, to them it was their sound, but to me it was more just like the, I guess morale, I guess like the moral of why they're doing it, you know, the drive of doing it was not to just do it because they have a title, but to do it because, you know, this is what they love to do, and, you know, and they sound great together. So it was interesting, and I appreciated it, and I liked, again, this is where I'm gonna put up, you know, spoiler alert, if you have not seen Pitch Perfect 2, stop here, skip ahead probably like a couple minutes, I'm gonna say, and I'll give you another warning there. So right now it's like, what, 10:43 on my clock here, so I would skip to like 12, go to 12 minutes. Anyway, so the ending, we have our new girl. She's the new Bella who comes in, and she loves original songs. That's her thing. So of course I figured, okay, if she's doing an original song, that means they're gonna do an original song in the thing. It reminds me of Glee. So as soon as she starts singing her Flashlight song, I was like, okay, they're gonna do that for the ending. And since Becca can't do anything but mashups, she needs to figure out how to be original. There's a girl there who apparently can't get this original song out of her fucking head, so she's like, oh, I can't function because I know I need to get this song out. And I'm like, I get that, but you're in an a cappella group. You have to learn how to do covers. If you don't know how to do that, then you shouldn't be a Bella. That's just, in my brain, that's how I see it. But at the same time, you know, you have to get with the times and do original content, blah, 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 blah. So, at the end, of course, they did her Flashlight song, and they combined it with a bunch of awesome girl power kind of songs, which I was really proud of. You know, I like that they went back to basics, and, you know, they weren't doing all these crazy, you know, flips and fans and ribbons and things, which is what was the point of the movie. It was like, oh, they got so wrapped up in trying to do the next big thing instead of just being them, and that's what they are. They are the next best thing. So, you know, I thought it was interesting. But yeah, I liked the original song. It was very adorable. I love that they brought all the Bellas from the past together, because the new girl's mom was a Bella, and she was just talking about how, you know, being a Bella was such a giant part of her life, and I liked that. And in my brain I was like, are they gonna bring that back for something? And they did, and I loved it. I love that you could see all the Bellas and all the different, I mean, they weren't like in their uniforms, but they all had the little yellow ascots. It was adorable. I really thought that was a really good touch, and it made me tear up a bit. It didn't make me cry, but it definitely made me tear up, and I thought it was great. And I just loved the finale. I thought it was awesome. Das Sound Machine, which is Flula's German group, which I thought was very strange. I liked it because if you go to Anatomy of a Movie on YouTube, you should go watch it. It's awesome. They literally take down movies that are in theaters now, and they literally break it down from and dissect it in every way, shape, and form, and it's so cool. You should totally do it and watch it. So Anatomy of a Movie, go check it out. I'll say it again after the 12-minute mark. Oh, it is after the 12-minute mark. There you go. They brought it down and was like, hey, I'm actually done with the spoilers, by the way, if you haven't noticed. That the reason why they decided to take a German group was because apparently a cappella is very big in Germany. I did not know that. I thought that was just because, you know, apparently in all American films we do like Eastern European or European like villains. That's usually how that works. It's usually always German, British, Norwegian, Russian, something of that nature. It's always some, you know, some poor European country that's just like, I mean, not poor, not like poor as in like there's no money. I meant just like, you know, I feel bad that they're always stereotyped to be some like evil person, but you know, whatever. I digress. So yeah, so Flula did a really good job. Das Sound Machine was the group that they did. They did a Fall Out Boy song, and I didn't know how I felt about it. I mean, I wasn't upset about it because I thought it was great. I thought it was really, really good to a point. I was entertained, but at the same time I was kind of like, ugh, this is kind of strange for me, you know, because they're German, so they had to play up the accent, so like the T's were so harsh. I was like, light them up. I was like, oh my god, this is so weird. But I got over it pretty quickly. And then, you know, long story short, I really liked it. I think people, if you love musicals and you love that whole shtick, you should totally go watch it. I think it's a very good thing to watch. It's entertaining. I personally still think the first one is so much better, but at the same time, I loved qualities from this movie, because I don't want to, this vlog's pretty long, we're already on 15 minutes, but definitely, I mean, I don't think it's going to beat out Mad Max, because I thought Mad Max was a spectacular movie, but for what it was, being a musical nerd and loving stage and choir and a cappella, I was in a totally different zone. I was like, this is great, I love it. It was just writing-wise and comedy-wise, I was kind of like, it's aight. So I would give it probably, I don't know what I was rating last week. I don't know if it was like 1 through 5 or 1 through 10. But if I did 1 through 5, I would give it like a 3. If I was doing it 1 through 10, I would probably pick like a 7 to 8. I thought it was very good. I think I gave Mad Max the same amount. So I would probably bump up, after listening to a bunch of reviews and really talking about it with other people, I'd probably bump Mad Max up to 9 and then have Pitch Perfect as an 8. I really loved both movies. I thought they were very good. The next movie I'm going to see is Entourage. I'm home now, if you can't really tell because I'm parking. I'm going to be seeing Entourage and hopefully a different movie. I haven't looked at what's out. I know that the Entourage movie, because I'm a big fan of it, I want to see that movie so bad. And I'm trying to think of what else. So if you want me to talk about a movie or want me to go see it, put it in the doobly-doo down here. But like I said, I really like the fact that they're bringing a new Bella. I think they might be making a Pitch Perfect 3 with a whole new cast and have like the old cast kind of come in and out. I really like the retreat that happened there, even though I know a lot of people are kind of like, why is this needed? And I was like, well, I've been to choir camp and a couple other kind of like theater camp, and I had the best memories there, and I think that people who are into that would love. I mean, going to regular summer camp was always fun, so I mean, you should do the same. Yeah. Thought everything was great. I loved the Becca always being sexually confused with our German counterparts. I thought that was really funny. The female, not Flula. Oh man, there's so many other things that was going on that's hard for me to put them all together. But just all around, it was a very colorful, entertaining movie. And I, as a musical goer, I appreciated it, except for certain parts of the writing where I was kind of like, I feel like you pushed that joke a little too far, especially with like the whole Obama, flashing Obama. I was like, okay, that's funny, but at the same time, kind of like, was that really necessary? But it was a great way to open the movie. I thought it was hysterical. Pardon me. But anyway, I'm about to hit 20 minutes, so I'm going to stop myself now. If you want to hear more things, let me know down at the bottom that, you know, like, hey, I want to hear more stuff about this movie, because I feel like I kind of rushed through it. If you want to hear anything else you want to talk about, ask me questions, talk about AfterBuzz, whatever, please comment down below, tweet me. All my social medias will be there at the bottom. I hope everyone's having an awesome Friday. I hope everyone is safe this Memorial Day weekend. You know, it's just as bad as July 4th. People are getting drunk and barbecuing, you know, doing crazy stuff. So just be careful out there. And I'll see you guys sometime, hopefully next week. It's starting to get close to summertime, so I definitely will start vlogging more often if I find time to have time off to travel. I'm supposed to be traveling to the East Coast soon, so there will definitely be a lot more vlogs during that time. It'll be better. Right now it's just kind of bananas, and I'm trying to work on it, so I apologize. But definitely follow me on all the social medias, because you will see pictures, video, and a couple other things, because now that I have a new camera, well, not camera, phone, I will definitely be using that more often. But tonight and this weekend I'm probably going to take a break, because I don't want to overdo my poor phone, because I just got it. Sorry, there's a hair on there. But anyway, you guys are awesome, and I'll see you soon. Bye.